Hi everyone, so this video review is for Hornet's Nest by Sato. If you want to check out my review, I have just posted that, so if you're on YouTube there's a link in the description below, and if you're on my blog then the details are in the post. And this is the video review. So, Hornet's Nest by Sato, and this was intense family drama. Katerina's father announcing that he is bidding to be president brings FBI agent and blast from the past Jara back into her life. Jara was Katerina's first love, and with the loss of her grandmother and something suspicious happening with her foundation, Jara's just back in time to be of help, and also for them to rekindle their feelings for one another. So I really like this. It had that little romance element running through what was actually quite highly political. From the start I knew this was going to get interesting, because there was so much history between Katerina and Jara, but it really did feel as if no time had passed from the tour. They just sort of slotted back in together, and they fitted with one another perfectly. Jara was this great support to Katerina through the trauma and the upheaval she was going through. She was having a really emotional time, and then all this extra stuff going on, all this sort of scandal that you can only have in political dramas. And as with anything, you know, you need that. It has to have those secrets and scandal with political dramas. It's how they work. And they needed to be investigated and uncovered, and it gave Jara something to work on and really show her skills and her dedication to helping Katerina, you know, survive everything her family was about to go through and come out of it, you know, not worse off. So some of the revelations for Katerina's family were absolutely shocking, and I'd not been able to work any of it out, so it was all a surprise when they started realising what was going on and how things came together. I was equally surprised, and the secrets and lies just fueling her family. And they seem to have been doing that for years as well. They were uncovering years worth. It wasn't even new, like, you know, fresh stuff just because her dad was bidding, you know, to be president. It was deeply rooted secrets and scandal. So yeah, there was lots to unpack in this, lots and lots to unpack. Jara and Katerina made a fabulous team. It was their connection that meant they could, you know, really hold it together, and intuition told them both a lot of what they needed to know. And some of the things they uncovered, especially for Katerina, were heartbreaking, and they were playing with her already fragile emotions. She was already in a very fragile state, and this was just making it worse. But Jara remained strong for them both. She was never wavering. She was staying loyal and true to herself, even when offers made it appealing that she could, you know, she put herself on the line and her job, all for the woman she loved. And it would have been easy for her to compromise her professionality, especially with Katerina's dad putting her in difficult positions. And I just admired how she wouldn't give in to any of that. She knew what she was there to do, and she knew who she loved, and she knew who she cared about, and she wasn't going to back down for any of it just because it might help him get what he wanted, or she wasn't buying any of that. She was like, no, I love who I love, and I do what I do, and leave me alone. And she was a really strong character, and I really admired her for that. But I was hooked from the very start of this story, and I was just hoping that they would get this opportunity to find happiness, and all the secrets, lies and danger wouldn't get in their way of that end goal of being happy together. And so I really, really enjoyed the story, and I hope you will too. I'll pop a link in the description so you can grab a copy of Hornet's Nest by Sato, which I hope you will. If you've read Hornet's Nest, would love to know what you thought of it, so please do let us know. And if you haven't read it yet but you're planning to read it, it's on your to be read list, or you're now super intrigued thinking, yeah, I'm going to give that a go, I'm going to read that, then again, please do let us know, because it's always great to find out what you're interested in reading. And if you do read it, I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. Bye!